the Commander, Training and Doctrine Command, the Chief of Policy and Plans Army, Principal Staff Officers from Defense and Services Headquarters here present, the Force Commander, Multinational Joint Task Force, and other Joint Task Force Commanders here present, Corps Commanders, General Officers Commanding, Director Generals and Heads of Nigerian Army establishments, Commandants of Nigerian Army training institutions, Senior Officers, the Army Headquarters Regimental Sergeant Major and other Regimental Sergeant Majors here present, distinguished guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is with a profound sense of duty that I welcome you all to the Nigerian Army Day Celebration 2025 lecture. The topic for this year's lecture, I quote, "The Soldier First, Concept and the Future of Nigerian Army, Shaping a New Culture for Army Transformation," unquote, could not have been better crafted for its intended purpose. It was selected to serve as an avenue for critical reflection of the soldier's duties and dynamics that align operational and tactical requirements. The lecture at this interactive session will take an in-depth look into the soldier first concept from the perspective of our distinguished guest lecturer, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahya, retired. The soldier first concept covers our prioritizing of the training, equipping, responsive leadership, and effective administration of the Nigerian Army soldiers to enable them carry out their duties effectively. The concept also takes cognizance of the expected reciprocal actions of all soldiers, which could rightly be summed up as adherence to the core values of the Nigerian Army. More importantly, it will explore the nexus that connects the evolving battle space, generational warfare of today, and the role of the individual soldiers in our operations. As we look forward to a future shaped by innovation and strategic advancements, I reaffirm the Nigerian Army's commitment to ensuring that troops have the tools to perform their duties effectively and efficiently. We must therefore seek transformation which goes beyond structural changes, but will be the product of a rearticulated mindset aimed at fostering selflessness and commitment to duty as we serve our nation. Gleaning from the lessons learned from our various operations, it is evident that the soldier first concept is judiciously applied. If judiciously applied, it will be a key driver to transforming the Nigerian Army's institutional culture and doctrines towards enhancing our overall capabilities. The renewed drive towards this concept has influenced our policies in some key areas. This is seen in a conscious promotion of the leadership style, where commanders prioritize the needs of their subordinates and their mission above personal gain. Also, the concept underscores the importance of providing quality housing, health care, and family support systems. The idea is that the soldier who understands that his well-being is the priority of his commanders at all levels and his chief of army staff will naturally be motivated and encouraged to perform better, even in the face of adversity. In the area of training, I have directed the Army Headquarters Department of Training to pay close attention to all training schools while working closely with the tri-service institutions to ensure that all training curricula reflect the requirements of today's operating environment. Lastly, my leadership is committed to establishing merit-based promotions, commendations, and awards deserving individuals. This is key to encouraging excellence, hard work, and loyalty within the ranks. Soldiers are more likely to uphold the Army's core values when their sacrifices are recognized and their efforts
This will be delivered by an erudite scholar on regional, global, and national security issues, an astute conflict management expert, a veteran of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, and a former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, retired, Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic. Just before I invite our special guest of honor, a special guest lecturer to the podium, may I crave your kind indulgence to take a few minutes to present an abridged version of his curriculum vitae. Control, please cue in the CV.
The special guest of honor, the Chief of Army Staff, our other esteemed invited guest, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we all have been waiting for. Please, permit me to now introduce our guest speaker for today's lecture. He is a seasoned, retired infantry senior officer whose efforts contributed significantly to the counter-insurgency, counter-terrorism and anti-banditry, as well as tackling several other security challenges in the country, both as Theater Commander, Operation Lafayette Dole and Operation Harden K, and as the 22nd Chief of Army Staff. He is Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, retired, Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, Nigerian Army Medal, among several honors and awards. The guest speaker will speak on the topic, the Soldier First concept and the future of the Nigerian Army, shaping a new culture for Army's transformation. The guest speaker is most respectfully requested to please remain seated while I read through an abridged version of his resume. Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, retired, was born in Sefawa in Bodinga local government area of Sokoto State. After his early education, he was admitted into the Nigerian Defense Academy as a member of 37th Regular Combatant Corps and commissioned into the Infantry Corps in 1990. Lieutenant General F. Yahaya retired, attended several educational institutions where he obtained the following qualifications: Nigerian Defense Academy, Kaduna, B.A. Hans, History; National Academy of Political Land Strategic Studies, Diploma in Strategic Political Management, Chile; and Nigerian Defense Academy, Kaduna, 2021, Master of Philosophy in Leadership and Strategic Studies, amongst others. He has attended the following courses: Young Officers Course, Infantry, Nigerian Army School of Infantry, Jaji, Kaduna; Senior Course, Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Jaji, Kaduna; Strategic and Joint Political Management Course, National Defense Course, National Academy of Political Land Strategic Studies, Chile, among several other courses shown on the screen. Our esteemed guest speaker was a platoon commander in 181 Mechanized Battalion. Later in his career, he was appointed Gas Brigade Garrison Commander. He was also a Directing Staff, Armed Forces Command and Staff College. Lieutenant General Faru Yahaya also held the appointment of Principal General Staff Officer to the Honorable Minister of Defense, from where he was appointed Commander 4 Brigade, and thereafter Commander 29 Task Force Brigade. Other notable appointments held by our guest speaker include Military Secretary, Army, and the General Officer Commanding 1 Division, Nigerian Army. He later became Theater Commander, Theater Command, Operation Lafayette Dole, and Operation Hardin K, before being appointed as the 22nd Chief of Army Staff from 27th May 2021 to 23rd June 2023. He has been honored with the following: Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, Nigerian Army Medal, General Staff Medal of Honor, Operation Hardin K Medal, amongst others shown on the screen. Lieutenant General Faru Yahaya is married and blessed with children. His hobbies include reading, traveling, cracking jokes, and listening to local music. As the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Yahaya's vision was to have a professional Nigerian army ready to accomplish assigned missions within a joint environment in defense of Nigeria. To achieve his vision, his philosophy rested on the following 4 pillars: professionalism, readiness, administration, and cooperation. He handed over the command of Nigerian Army as approved by Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief to the leadership of late Lieutenant General T.A. Lagbaja on 23rd June 2023. He was ordained the Zaroman of Sokoto on 13 August 2023 by the Sokoto Caliphate. The special guest of honor, the Chief of Army Staff, our other distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, please join me with a resounding round of applause as I welcome the guest speaker to the podium to deliver his lecture. The guest speaker, sir.
I'm very pleased to be here this morning. I'm privileged to be here. And like most of us, will always be excited being here. For me, it's double excitement because in this arrangement, I'm Mr. Vice. And for Mr. Vice to stand before his principals and speak, I think it's very good. I have a special guest of honor here
former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General A.O. Ehejirika, who promoted me Brigadier General in 2013. I also have Lieutenant General Ambassador, His Excellency T.Y. Borotai, who promoted me Major General in 2017. When we attend events and the former service was sitting down, I'm always Mr. Vice. I'm the last one there. So it's very pleasing to have this privilege, sir, to stand before you and deliver or speak. And I want to say that as part of our principle of war supply is very essential. I was waiting for, if somebody were to read my CV there, I would have said blue for further punishment. I have just stood up to come. But when I had, the way it is presented, it will look awkward to disturb that transmission. Otherwise, who am I saying my CV? It gives my former Chief of Army Staff, General Ehejirika, or my former Chief of Army Staff, General Borotai, or even the Chief of Army Staff, my roommate. And the Chief of Army Staff remarks, in essence, has summarized my lecture. I'm not kidding about it. You will hear. If it were that time, 1987, I would say, roommate, you saw my paper? I'm honored and privileged to be here. Our special guest of honor, sir, and former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General A.O. Ehejirika, the former Chief of Army Staff, Ambassador, General, His Excellency T.Y. Borotai, sir. Our hosts, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General O.O. Olede, Nigerian Army Medal Member, National Institute. Please permit me to stand on existing protocol. If you are on this seat, you will see a lot. I will see somebody from Dale Battalion. Good morning, sir. Sir, I'm delighted going to the lecture now. To be here in Kaduna today, to join members of the armed forces and indeed all Nigerians to felicit with Nigerian Army on its 162 years of existence. Indeed, the full lecture has been written there. What I'm going to present here is an abridged version so as to save time and also keep us awake and maintain interest. Meanwhile, the full lecture as prepared is in the small booklet that is shared. So what I'm having here is like an abridged version, so we can finish quickly and go to other items highlighted in the program. So I take that again to say that I'm delighted to be here in Kaduna today to join members of the armed forces of Nigeria and indeed all Nigerians to felicitate with Nigerian Army on its 162 years of existence. We have reason to celebrate our rich history of stability, resilience, and capacity to adapt the dynamics of the geopolitical environment and remain relevant to national, regional, and international security as it will no doubt set the stage and guide Nigerian Army development plans. I must say without mincing words, the Nigerian Army has made tremendous efforts in the execution of its constitutional mandate, and the current leadership of the Army is indeed doing its best in dealing with myriad of security challenges confronting the nation. I want to appreciate the Chief of Army Staff for providing the needed leadership for the Nigerian Army, especially